What up, everybody? This is Big Elbow chilling like always with those two little guys, Averno, Atlantis. What I got today to show to you is there's a spot out in Exeter, California called Rocky Hill Collective, Rocky Hill Antique Collective. Real cool antique shop, and they were doing some outdoor shows. They did two of them about a month apart. I went to both. My right-hand man, War.lock, link in description. He was out there pushing them comics like weight. So I went out to show some support like you're supposed to for the homies and pick up some comics. So we'll get right into it. And most of these comics were $1 to 50 cents to, I'll tell you as I go. There was only a couple of books that I paid like $2 for, but most of them were $1 or 50 cents. These were dollar books that I bought from a new seller, that not a new seller, but a seller I just met that day. He goes by the name Lawman Comics. Check him out on IG. A really cool guy. He had some good dollar books, and this was one of them. So I am trying to put together this Daredevil Fall from Grace. I have a couple issues that I bought back in the days when they came out. I am a fan of Scott McDaniel, and back at this time he was doing that kind of Frank Miller-esque funky style, which is cool. On top of that, I've seen people show this cover before and always thought it looked cool. So that's Fall from Grace Chapter 4. So I'm trying to put that together. I think I have about 3 chapters of it. So that was that. Another. These are still from Lawman Comics. Another dollar book. Daredevil with my, as Fred Hall direct, shout out Fred, would say, my comic book baby mama. The Black Widow. I love Black Widow when she got that short hair. I don't know why. It just does it for me. And then this is a book called, I had never seen before, called Daredevil Chronicles. And it's a nice Frank Miller, Klaus Janson cover. And then I think it's just like mostly interviews, if I remember right. I think there's a good it's a Frank Miller interview. A little bit of art on the inside. Yeah, so anyways, I thought that would be cool just to, there's a little bit of interior art, but for the most part, it's a good Frank Miller interview. Michael T. Gilbert, that's a Mr. Monster guy, right? I think there's an interview with him in there. And yeah, so that's why I got that. So again, shout out Lawman Comics. Seen this for $1, grab that. This is a nice, this is a fantasy masterpiece. It's a nice Silver Surfer reprint. Really good. I believe it's Sal Buscema?
Okay, Mike, it's all you.
John Buscema.
Take control of the satellite and divert the asteroid.
Nice John Buscema. Surfer art here. So that was again for $1. That's really nice. It's a nice thick book.
The kicks were big, like the bass was big. That Tribe shit was like putting your feet in a new, fresh pair of kicks. The sample was on point. Tip was on point.
Not sure who that guy is, but he looks pretty cool. And then these books, I don't remember where I got these ones from, but these were also dollar books. I believe I'm almost done putting that Revenge of the Sinister Six story together. Shout out West Coast Avengers. As he says, see Todd by Todd. I say, see Eric Larson by Eric Larson. So these are okay. So that was the Spider-Man just by itself, and then these are Amazing Spider-Mans. Return of the Sinister Six, not to be confused with the Revenge of the Sinister Six. And that is part 2 of 6, and this is part 6 of 6. That's a fucking pretty sweet cover. Again, another dollar book. I grabbed this Wolverine. If it had been bagged, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Since it wasn't bagged, I looked at the inside, and the art is pretty fucking nice. And that is John Byrne, breakdown artist, with my man Klaus Janson doing the finishing, and it looks pretty fucking sharp, man. I like that. Now I feel like if I see more of these, I will pick them up. Just solid artwork, you know? Especially if I can find it for $1. This is another dollar book. So I grabbed this because it was on my want list. And I couldn't remember why at the time when I bought it, but I knew it was on my want list, on my comic shop want list. For some reason, this particular issue of the New Mutants. I couldn't remember why. When I got it home, I opened it up, and I saw that, I looked at the lineup, and I saw that it is drawn by Rick Leonardi with inks by my man Il Bill Sienkiewicz, and I was like, I never seen that before. I'm trying to see what that looks like. What's that? And it did not disappoint. You know, Rick Leonardi I think he kind of is like that Lee Weeks to me, where he's just solid and kind of overlooked, maybe even taken for granted a bit. I mean, you always know it's going to be decent. There's going to be some good panels. It's going to be solid storytelling and everything. And this looks really cool, man. It's a good team. I mean, there's not really a whole lot going on this page, but like, it looks good. If anybody knows, hit me in the comments. Has this team worked together on anything else? We got a fucking Throg appearance. Yeah, so if you know any other books that Rick Leonardi on pencils and Bill Sienkiewicz on inks, let me know in the comments, please, because I want more of that. Maybe with something with a little more action. But yeah, I mean, just for what it is, it's pretty fucking cool. I don't know what's going on the cover there with all these New Mutants. Like, are they climbing into the grave or climbing out? Can't tell. Still working on that X-Men Classics run. That's a reprint of issue 193, which is the first Warpath, I believe. I bought this one on accident. I already have it, so that's that horizontal issue.
When I go hiking,
Joe Casey, Ashley Wood art. So I don't feel too bad about buying that. I'll pass that on to somebody. Hit me up, War.lock, if you want that. I got an extra copy. I have been looking for this forever, not because it's so great or it's something that super hard to get, but just for whatever reason it's been evading me. This is the only issue of New Invaders that I needed still. I like the art in this series, so I grabbed it. Finally completed that run. I think it's like a 9-issue run, something like that. Me and shout out to Mr. Rigor Mortis, the Big Rig. We were just talking about some Scotty Young, and I think Scotty Young, his non-baby stuff is kind of overlooked. I mean, I guess it's his own fault, but I mean, he found something that people latched onto, and he just cranks that shit out now. But if you find his non-baby stuff, it's actually pretty cool. Like, has a nice graffiti feel to it. I'm not sure I'm going to go after this whole series or anything, but for one issue, for actually, this one I got for 50 cents. As well as this one I got for 50 cents. I picked this up for my nephew. My nephew Young Yuck, aka Odie, aka Martin. Shout out, what up? If you're watching this, Odie. Me and him, we actually went, he went with me to Free Comic Book Day, but I'll tell that story another time. But anyways, he had told me that he was into Killmonger, and if Killmonger had any comics. So I seen that for 50 cents, I grabbed it for him. So I'll be passing that on to him soon. Next time I see him. That's one of my family members that actually watches my YouTube videos from time to time. So again, shout out Young Yuck. Word to your mother. My big sister Nicole, she actually watches these once in a while too. So this is Shadow Warzone #1. I just thought it was a cool homage cover to that X-Men Days of Future Past book. And I like Deathblow, so I grabbed it for 50 cents. This one was a $1 book. That is The Long Halloween. I am trying to put that together, but out of the dollar bins, it's definitely taking a while because it's 13 parts. And hey, but I found, I'd say about half of them at least in dollar bins and even 50-cent bins. While we're on that Batman tip, another $1 book, Batman Detective Comics #27. I just grabbed this one because it is a big ass book. It says All-Star roster of creators. Let's see, just give it a quick look and see what they got. Who's on the lineup. Let me see. Brian Hitch, Neil Adams, Ian Bertram, Francesco Panchovilla, Gilliam March, Jason Fabok, Sean Murphy. Nice. I got this Superman Aliens. I'm not a huge fan of either Superman or Alien, besides the second Alien movie. But this Kevin Nolan art, the Kayfabe Boys, they showed this book in one of their videos, and it did look pretty fucking cool. Like that Kevin Nolan art is pretty nice. So at $1, I'll definitely grab that. I have another issue or two of this Black Canary New Wings, Trevor Von Eden art. I like Black Canary. She's a pretty cool character. I like that she's a street fighter. I think that's pretty cool. Grabbed an issue of Challengers of the Unknown. I grab these whenever I see them because I am a big John Paul Leon fan. R.I.P. John Paul, JPL. I grabbed this. This one was a 50-cent book. That one was $1. This was a 50-cent book. Darwin Cook. I ain't gonna leave that shit behind. So actually, the 50-cent books that I grabbed, and this is another one, was on a different day. That it was on the second outdoor show that they did out there in Exeter, where this time I actually took a box. I threw together a box of stuff that I needed to get, that I want to get rid of, and just mostly all dollar books. And I went out there and chilled out with my man War.lock, set up next to his table. And the plan was to get rid of more shit than I come back with, but on that front, I didn't completely succeed. I sold $10 books. I came back with 10 50-cent books. I mean, I figure at least I didn't spend money. The hobby funded itself that day. I wasn't even gonna buy nothing. I went and I looked around, and then I stumbled upon this guy with all these 50-cent comics. Couldn't resist. Matador number 6 of 6. I have 1 and 2. I really like the Brian Stelfreeze art. And I don't see this. I always see only issues 1. 1 is always in the dollar bins. I hardly ever see any other issues. So I've seen this number 6. This is also a 50-cent book. Extremity. I'm putting that run together. Daniel Warren Johnson, fucking dope artist, writer. One of the brightest talents to bust out in the last few years, in my opinion. Loved Dual Powerbomb. Loved the Beta Ray Bill. Loved Murder Falcon was cool. I grabbed this one because War.lock had asked me to grab that if I ever see it. And I had got him one on mycomicshop.com when it popped up. It was on, and it was on sale. I couldn't remember why he told me to get this, but I remember that when I looked inside of it, that the art was pretty cool. And I was thinking if I ever see another one, I'll grab one for myself. So I showed it to War.lock. I was, hey, look what I found for 50 cents. And then he reminded me why he wanted it in the first place. And it's because it's a backstory to the at the end of Predator 2 when the Predator gives Danny Glover that fucking pirate gun, the blunderbuss. This is the story of where he got that pirate gun that he gave to Danny Glover in Predator Part 2 at the end. DC and Dark Horse stuff. This was another 50-cent book. Just putting together that 2012 Exo Man O' War run. This is one of the later issues, 35. No Carrie Nord on this one, but I'm just putting that run together because I really enjoyed it. I don't have very much Vampirilla in my collection, but one of the issues that I do have is the cosplay cover with this girl right here, the actress named Sasha Knopf. And man, I just love that chick, man. Again, if you've never seen the movie Blackmail, and that's Blackmail, M-A-L-E, starring the great thespian of his time, Bokeem Woodbine, and Sasha, and Casper from Kids. I forgot what his real name is. Great fucking movie. Fucking just, it should have got numerous awards. Always overlooked. Anyways, Sasha, hot ass chick, doing Vampirilla. Actually, the interiors are by Ed McGuinness in his early years. So yeah, I picked that up. I believe I got that one for $1. I don't know how many of those Vampirilla covers she did, but if I continue to see them, I'll continue to buy them. I grabbed this one for 50 cents because I know that they actually go for a little bit. It goes for like $8. I didn't realize it had that big old crease across it right there. But regardless, I'm actually a fan of the Trailer Park Boys, so I said, fuck it, why not? Check it out, maybe it's good. Julian, Bubbles, Ricky. Yeah, those I really like that show a lot. Me and my wife, Big Baby Mama, used to watch that shit all the time. On that fucking Trailer Park white trash theme, I guess you'd say. White trash. The man, me and shout out PGH Zombie, Big PZ, Martin Eman, we're both big fans of him. He was not around long enough, in my opinion. He had a short career and passed away at a young age. Unfortunately, he took his own life. So yeah, for $1, I grabbed that white trash. I always thought that looked cool. Kind of reminds me of the Lobo's back cover. Art very similar to a Simon Bisley. I mean, nobody beats the Biz, but Martin Eman gives him a run for his money. I gotta say that. Again, though, I actually, when my comic shop was having a nice little sale a while back, a spring sale, I got the hardcover edition of White Trash. So I know my man War.lock, he has an issue of this, so I'm going to pass that to him, see if maybe he can put together a full set. These ones I actually paid $2 for, because it is Richard Corbin, one of my favorites. Den number 8 and Den number 9. I might have one of these already, and if I do, I will get rid of one copy. But these are pretty clean, look pretty clean. Can't go wrong with Richard Corbin. Even if I have it, I don't mind spending $2. Maybe I could give it to someone else that will appreciate it. And now into the final couple books. At a different antique store, me and Big Bay Mama went to Clovis and went to some antique shops over there. They got a bunch of antique shops downtown Clovis. These were 50 cents. Just an issue of grips that I didn't have. This is the Greater Mercury grips, not Tim Vigil art.
If you have a website, then you
not from Silver Wolf Comics. It is Greater Mercury.
AWT is a set of free SEO.
Where Grips continued his adventures. I forgot who did the art, the interior art. It's okay. It's not, again, it's not Tim Vigil, but it's not bad. Not bad. And I got this Paul the Samurai. It's from the guy who made the Tick. Paul the Samurai, he shows up in the Tick comics, I think. I never read it. I have another issue of it, but I just grabbed it because it was for 50 cents. And again, I really enjoy the Tick comics, so hopefully that's good too. And then I was real happy to get these. I got both of these together for $20. So figured 10 cents. I mean, $10 $10 a book. The New Frontier Volume 1. Again, I'm a big Darwin Cook fan. I bought that Spirit book, even though I'm not a huge Spirit fan, just because on the strength of my faith in Darwin Cook, that I'm sure he did something good with it. And here it is, the second part. I'm trying to see if no, they're not they don't line up or anything like that. So there it is, the New Frontier Volume 1 and 2. Really happy to get those together for $20. I have a couple issues, but I don't think I was going to be able to put the whole thing together. Really love the animated movie of that. I didn't think I'd be able to put together the whole set, so I had my chance to get them both, to get it collected for $10, and I think that was going to be the cheapest way to do it. So that was cool. I was real excited to get those, and that'll do it for my adventures in antique shops for a while. What I got coming up next, I think next weekend is another sale at Wonderland. So I'm going to hit up War.lock, see if he wants to roll. I think he actually might go out there and sell. I'm probably not going to sell at that one. If he's kind enough, maybe he'll put my box out there, and if somebody buys some shit. But we'll see what happens with that. But these videos are I post these like a while after, probably like it's going to be 3 weeks after. So that show will have already come and passed by the time this gets posted. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, congratulations. You got good taste. Show it off. Show your friends, family, all that good stuff. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Check out my partner War.lock's channel. Check out Lawman Comics on IG. Check out my IG. My link for my IG is in the description. And that'll do it. Until next time, like I always say, get off YouTube, read some fucking comics.